So, guys, do you have any idea earlier on Snowflake, or else this is the first time you are hearing? You are aware
Not
about?
much idea.
Sorry.
Not much idea. Just we know that that's a
Mhm.
kind of data warehouse.
Okay.
That's it.
Get it. Just want to understand, may know the reason particularly you want to understand, know about Snowflake, or else you want to join the Snowflake course, like your background, currently you are working in data field or else some other domain, or else you want to just switch the career.
Yes, Sagar. Actually, my name is Sunil Kumar. I'm working as a Jira administrator from past 5 years.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking to switch the domain. So one of my friend is suggested you have to go with any cloud data warehouses tools like Azure or the
Mhm.
Snowflake. So hence I called that KSR and then I was decided this. So
Okay.
is it good to switch the thing to that Snowflake or do I need to go with the Azure only? Like just you have to. I need your
Yeah,
information
sure,
about.
sure.
Yeah.
You will get to know like in this class only like which is the suits you best or something. And one more thing, Azure also going to be covered in this course, but from the Snowflake point of view.
Okay.
With the ADF, Snowflake with the AWS, we have to be covered. Hmm? So maybe your mentor Sagar also will explain you in a highlight what exactly Snowflake, why it's getting more demand. Snowflake is a cloud warehouse. Okay. So you will get a better idea. And honestly, in current data engineering market, AWS, Azure, GCP, along with that Snowflake also have a very good demand. And even these people in our current students, who I'm observing, right? So they're expecting all the skills from one student, one employee, I can say. And another good thing will be whatever you are going to be learn any data engineering, 30 to 40% curriculum is common. Example, SQL and Python is common. PySpark we will learn there. Here Snowpark and PySpark basics also. Both are almost the same, Snowpark and PySpark. But Snowflake developers or Snowflake data engineers or Snowflake admins will use a Snowpark. That's the only difference. AWS, ADF both are here also it's required, but a Snowflake point of view only. So you will get in a better idea what exactly and what is the difference between Azure data engineering or else multi-cloud data engineering and multi-cloud Snowflake data engineering. You will get in a clear picture today. Okay. Any other questions, team, along with this, so that we can plan the today's day session?
Mahesh, is it first session only or?
It's the first session for you.
Okay.
So usually what we'll do, like we will take admission twice during the any batch. Once is a first while starting the SQL, another admission from Python onwards. So this batch is a Python onwards. SQL you can join any of other batches or else any of other courses as well. Because SQL is very common subject in KSR, almost every course except Power Platform and DevOps. SQL we need to be teach every course because we have only data related, right? Mostly data science, data analytics, data engineering. Example, evening we are running one more data engineering, which is Azure. There also SQL is mandatory. So if you want SQL, you can join there, and other concepts you can continue here, and you will get a record also.
Okay. From Snowflake today it's started, right?
Yes, yes. Today Python only we are going to be, and today in the sense tomorrow onwards we will start. Today it will be like a master class on how Snowflake will work, what
Mhm.
Snowflake exactly means, and who can learn.
From this date, so there is it will take 4 months, right? For that Snowflake, that entire course is five and a half
Entire
months,
course
and
five and a half months. Yes.
yeah.
5 months, 5 to 5.5 months. We are trying to make it a little the important topics giving the priority, and one or two topics we are going to provide a record because it's we are not going to be kill the too much time also. At least within 5 minutes we will try to finish. The reason we don't want to rush the maybe I know on the outside they are going to be complete the course in 2 months, 3 months also. But the reason we are going to be teach every concept here, most of the people, not most, 90% people already working professional. Their ultimate goal to get a decent package compared to current one, right? So we need to be sustained in the market and sustain in the job in the sense we should know all the concepts, not just getting in a job. Right? You got it right, my point. Within two
Yeah,
months, three
got
months
it,
process,
but
maybe
only one
getting
thing.
it.
What I'm asking is like here we already excluded that SQL, so we
No, no,
can
no.
get
We have not excluded SQL, including SQL only. SQL in the sense you may be going to be learning the entire time, or else you are going to be learning the within the other batches also. In that
yes,
point of view, from SQL without SQL in the sense, it's maybe 4 months. If you are including SQL, it will be 5 months because SQL anyway you have to be learn, right?
yes. That's what
Like
I'm
any
asking.
people like who know SQL already, maybe they no need to be join the SQL concept. So we can assume like they will finish in 4 months. Or else
Okay.
if you need to finish little early, you can join any SQL in between, or else you can go with the record. So you can make it the complete the course within a 4 months period. Even I got yesterday one request from the student like they don't want to take a 5 months course. I need to finish the classes within 2 months something. So for those cases, I can suggest to go with the old batch record also. I can able to provide you along with the live classes. To spend more time every day extra classes. Example, now we are teaching Python. If you don't know SQL, also go with the SQL record. When we are going with the Snowflake, go with the record of Snowpark. So we can able to finish classes little early.
Yes, Mohit, yes, Mahesh, why I'm asking even last week I came and I was spoke with you in the institute actually. Yeah, regarding this one only. So
Okay.
that yeah,
Yeah, I can
even I also.
understand. But scenario will be like companies are expecting multiple skills now. And
Okay, man.
also the sustainability, clearing the interview. Just by learning the some concepts, we may clear the interview. But getting sustainability in the real time, it may difficult. That's the reason we are teaching these many concepts. Even though we developed our mock interview tool also, we are going to be interact with our students frequently to understand what kind of questions they are getting and how they are able to answer in the real interviews. We have
Okay.
our internal team to regularly to monitor all those things, and we are collecting the interview questions. If any concepts we are missing, those we are trying to cover it. That's the reason the Metilin and all came to the picture. But now we are thought to give the Metilin as a record instead of wasting your time. Because Metilin is maybe 15 to 20% companies only using. Still, most of the companies using only DBT. But still, if anyone want to add on Metilin, they can learn. Okay. Hope you got it right.
Yeah. Hi, Sagar.
Yeah. Hi.
Can we focus this on data modeling and data governance?
Yeah, I'll be explaining that. Who asked this
Let
question?
me make you host Sagar. Yeah. You
Sure,
can.
sure. Thank you.
Uh,
Okay, guys. Give me some time. Okay, give me half an hour to 1 hour. I'll explain what the course, what we are going to do, what all things we are going to learn in next 4 to 5 months. You'll get some idea. After that, we can have your questions, and whatever the questions you have, I'll try to clear each of them. Okay, fine. Let's get started with today's class. Okay, as informed, we have total 5 demo sessions. Today is the first demo sessions. If you anyone missed to join our WhatsApp group, you can join this particular using link. You'll directly get the Zoom link there, so you can join directly. Or else you can also log into our portal. I'll show you at the end how to log into our portal and how to access the free classes and recordings. I'll be showing at the end of the class. Okay. Now, what about today's agenda is? I'll try to explain what all things we'll be learning with respect to our course, why Snowflake is important, how Snowflake is used, what all tools and tech stack that are widely demanded in data engineering, why we require data engineering, all backend things we will try to understand, and we'll try to link each and everything as a data professional, what you exactly need to look and how to secure your career for next at least 5 to 6 years. Okay, we'll try to analyze these all things, and by end of today's class, you'll get more idea on what tools or tech stack is best suited for you. That being said, this is a very short introduction about myself. Myself is Shuar Sagar. You can call me Shuar Sagar. Anything is fine. I have around 8 plus years of experience, and in cloud, I'm working from past 5 plus years. I worked on various domain, healthcare. I worked on finance, HR, e-commerce, banking domain. I worked on various tools. I worked on AWS also, Azure also. Even I have a hands-on on Fabric in our projects. The main tech stack I worked on was Snowflake, Databricks, dbt, and Matillion. So I'll be concentrating on these tools which are widely used. And currently I'm working in JP Morgan through one of the reputed MNC, where I'm working as a consultant there, leading a team of few people and handling a different projects. From KSR point of view, I've been working as a mentor from past 2 years, and I've been teaching data engineering with respect to Snowflake for students. There's a very short introduction about myself. We'll learn more about my career and what all issues or experience, what all I faced in my day-to-day activity. I'll be discussing in coming classes, but there's a very short introduction about myself. As I said, this is a agenda for today's class. We'll try to understand how companies use data, who are these data engineers, why we really need cloud for data engineering, and what should be a roadmap, and overall, what is the job market condition, what are things this, we'll try to analyze that. Okay, that being said, I have a very first question for you. Do you guys know what is this?
Yes, oil refinery.
Okay, why it's mainly used? Any idea? Did you guys get any chance to visit this particular sites?
Yeah.
No? You got it? You had a chance to visit this site?
No.
Okay. We all know this is a oil refinery where we'll extract something called as a crude oil that can be present inside your oceans, or that might be buried deep inside your ground or anything, where mainly extraction of oil, crude oil will be done. Now, inside your oil industry, if you come and see, the very first and foremost thing that they will do is they'll first extract that oil, transport that oil, and then they refine that oil, and then they give to end consumer user. That's very hectic process. Now to end consumer, can I directly go and consume my crude oil? Can we directly go and consume our crude oil?
No.
Okay. Now you need what? Why we require oil? Now each and every activity you do in your day-to-day life, if you want electricity is also generated using oils, because any machines or anything that need to run, it depends on various oils. If you want to travel somewhere, you need petroleum. If you need something called as day-to-day cooking, for that LPG again is extracted from your oil, residual of oil. Each and every activity what you do is residual all the oils. But to extract that particular oil, the main material is crude oil, that you cannot directly go and consume that particular oil. Now, in the same way, when they go and detect these particular inside your ground, they extract that, they transport that, then they start doing what? Refining of oil. If you remember in your school days or college days, have you ever done this particular diagram?
Yes.
Now, this is an oil refinery factory where we'll go and do what? Refine our oil based on the temperature of our distillation. We will get different types of oil. That can be kerosene, that may be diesel, that may be residue, that can be your petroleum, gasoline, gases, anything can be that we'll get using this particular oil. Now your companies like petroleum, diesel, or LPG, anything, any companies, lubricants, each and everything, they depend on this and they get those oils. Now, why I brought this particular oil refinery or anything is, you know that oil is very important. Now we have a wording called data is a new oil. Why do you think so? Anyone? Why do you think so? Anyone heard this thing? Data is a new oil?
Because we do get a wide variety of data.
Okay.
Data fuels all the decisions in the
Okay.
entire.
Yeah, we can say that. Now, if you come and see any applications you use, you're joining our Zoom meeting using Zoom meeting. You guys, we are having classes, we are producing data. You logged in the morning, logged into your WhatsApp, you saw our message in our WhatsApp group, you respond to that, you are generating data. You opened Instagram, scroll, write something, you are generating data. You went to Google and search which is the best data engineering course in Bangalore or in any online, you are generating a data. Wherever you go, from morning, you call anyone, your parents or anyone, you are generating a data. You open your bank application, you are generating a data. Whatever you do, each and every point, you are generating a data. Now, each and applications without your smartphone, you cannot live, as we all dependent on something called smartphones or smart applications. Now, whatever you do, each and every point will generate data, and those data information is like a oil for each and every company. Why? Because any decision any company makes, that always depend on one thing called as a data. Now, if you see, as you have abundant of oil, you need to do a refining of that particular oil and get that particular oil for day-to-day activity. In the same way, whenever you go and generate a lot amount of data, it is a crude data, or I can say raw data, that business cannot directly go and use. They need to do some things to get that particular data. For example, you are generating data in Instagram, but there might be a company who are dependent on whatever the things you go and do on top of their page. You might go, there might be a clothing brand there. You are going and doing what? Following that particular page. You are liking that particular page. You are sharing that particular page. Whatever you are doing, you are generating a data, and there is something called the statistics generated inside your Instagram. Have you ever seen this? How long you are active on Instagram, how much you are used, every day statistics they give. Have you seen this? Anyone who use Instagram? Have you guys seen this statistics? Yes, no,
I never used.
no, not used. Okay, that's good. That means you are detox from all the online applications. That's really good. Okay, now in the same way, if any business is having their business account, there will be a statistics produced based on each and every post, who liked most of the post or which particular item they like. Based on that, they can decide certain things. Now, how does company usually make use of data? Now, if you come and see, they say Google is a king of data and ads. Now, whatever you want to go and search, for example, which is a best restaurant near me, you go to Google. How come Google come and show you this is a nearby best restaurant that you can go, and whatever the based on your likes and dislikes, you can go with this particular restaurant. How come they show is they have a review system. There is a lot of data is generated, lot of people have interacted. See, they have seen a photo and all, they show these all things. They make sure that based on that, they rate this particular best information or whatever the best restaurant you can see nearby. In the same way, how does Google can help a business? Now, if you come and ask me, okay, if you come and ask me why they say Google is a king of data and ads is, now whenever you go and search, for example, you want to do a shopping. You want to do a shopping, you go and search, you want to buy any shoes. Let's consider you want to buy a shoe. You went and you searched Nike shoes. You get a links, you browse few links. After seeing prices and all, you saw that, okay, anyhow, it's too much, we'll see sometimes, and you'll go off. After 1 or 2 hours, you just go and read any newspaper or anything, you're just browsing inside your Google. If you open any page, there will be a lot of ads generated, and you might see the best deal on Nike in Amazon. Have you guys seen at least this?
Yes.
Now, how does that particular ads are popping up for you? Now, Amazon, the particular ad, that might be with respect to any of the website that they are sent, private website, or that might be with respect to Flipkart, that might be with respect to Amazon. How come these people know that you are interested in shoes and all? Maybe you might have visited once those applications you saw, but how come they know to target you whenever you try to go and browse different any browser or anything, any information you're browsing, there will be some ads running. How come they come and target you? Now, what does Google do is, now whatever the browsing things you are doing, each and everything, you are producing a data for Google based on your privacy settings and all. They are making use of your data. Now, Amazon or Flipkart or any other companies, like for example, KSR only, if you're searching anything with respect to best institute for data engineering KSR, we have tied up with Google. We have given them, Google, take 10K. If anyone comes and see about ourselves, please run this particular ads for these people so that they can at least understand we are having 5 demo sessions coming up, because we don't know about you guys. In the same way, if you come and see in Instagram also, have you ever seen Instagram ads on KSR? Anyone here? Anyone who came through Instagram? We do some ads on upcoming sessions for KSR. If anything is coming, these are the upcoming sessions. Or Facebook, Instagram, or even YouTube videos like ads you'll get, right? Anyone? Did anyone come across that? No? If no, please let me know. No one? That's strange. Okay, because if you have searched anything about our institute or anything, we have tied up with Instagram, we have tied up with Google, so and all. At least we try to communicate, because we cannot come and take your personal information about your Instagram or your Google information or anything and target you. We have tied up with these companies. They make use of this particular to target a consumer and then therefore increase the revenue for the business. In the same way, if you go and see Netflix and YouTube, based on whatever the videos you see, for example, if you go and search any information about the movies or anything, you will start getting all the suggestion with respect to movies. If you see some podcasts, you see all the suggestion of different podcasts. If you're following our KSR Data Vision YouTube channel, you'll start getting videos on KSR Data Vision. How? Because they have built an algorithm in such a way that using whatever your browse history or anything, they should keep you hooked, and they should make sure that you spend more and more on these particular applications. The more and more you spend, the more and more data you are generating for the companies. In the same way, any business who are running, why they do love your data is whatever you do, whatever you generate, whatever likes, dislikes, based on that, they can come up with their whatever the analysis, or they can come up with their plan so that they can grow their business. Now, you said, Agar, you can come, the companies make use of your data and can grow as a business. How do they really grow their revenue? The first and foremost thing, whenever anyone try to go and do any generated data is there, the first and foremost thing a company do is analyze something called as performance metrics. Like they track the trends, efficiency across different products, departments, what are your likes, dislikes, how the trends are there in the current market standards, what is getting viral and all. Based on that, they try to come up with those products. The next is foremost is they try to identify what's the high retention rate for sales or customer retention, what's the operation efficiency and all, how to identify these key success factors, how I can go and monitor my business over the time, how can I study it based on the insight that are produced in the backend. Since the data is generating, we are getting a lot of information data and all. How can I come and improve my business? That I need to go and study the past data. What are my strengths and weaknesses with respect to my business? I need to understand. And all these things, I cannot directly go and work on plain data. I cannot work on any CSV files. I cannot go and see on Excel files and all. That's the reason they build something called as a beautiful dashboards and reports. with reports easily. Any company of a CEO, any higher professional, they can directly come and see that particular reports and analyze on top of that, and we have that particular information. Now, since it is providing all this information, real-time analysis, stakeholder insight, enabling every strategy, now who are the person who are going to do this? If you come and ask, data analyst. Data analysts are the person who turn your past data into an insightful revenue. Now, based on whatever the revenue they have, whatever the insights they have generated, you are going to work on top of that to improve your business. Now, this was about the past, but we need to something transform our business with respect to future. Now, there comes something called as a data scientist. Now, what they do? Now, whatever you are having, for example, but my particular product is sold, 10 products is sold. Now, I need to increase that to 20 products. How can I do? What all things I need to do? I need to learn predict my business. If I do some changes in my price, if I increase my price, will that risk my revenue? Will that risk my particular business? What are particular hidden pattern? There might be certain behavior of the customer that is causing you some of the losses. Why this? If I change this particular pattern, will that increase my business? I need to develop something ranking system where I need to increase my performance and all. I need to predict my future. The most important thing is I need to predict my future, because past is where we are analyzing. Based on that, we got all our history. But if we won't think about future, our business will never grow. To do all these things, they need to come up with a AI generated supports. Now, if you come and see, there will be something called the support system in every application. Whenever you go Zomato, you have Swiggy, whenever you go, if you have a particular product, or if you take Uber or anything, if any driver is not coming late, he's late or anything, there will be always support system. There is a support generated chatbot that is helping you with the system generated all the questions. Now, how to respond that with very good, so that you give a proper good support to your customers and all, that all depends on your future prediction, what you do. These all things can be done by your data scientist. Now, data scientists are those who predict your future and out using your particular data and all, they come up with the best thing that is good for your revenue. Okay, Sagar, you're saying about data analyst, you're saying about data scientist, but is this course really with respect to data analyst or data science? No. Our course is with respect to something called as data engineer. Now, why I brought data analyst and data scientist, if you ask, as I said, your end product in oil refinery was petroleum, gasoline, diesel, LPG, whatever you have, kerosene. These all things were an end product that was brought, and your raw data or raw oil was crude oil that was there buried deep inside your ocean or in the ground. Now you were not able to directly use that particular oil. Now you can relate that end products with respect to oil refinery is equivalent to data science or data analyst. Now, who are the person who can turn your crude oil to useful products are nothing but data engineers. Now, data engineers are those who build and maintain the data pipeline. They collect all the useful data from different sources. Now, how we have crude oil refinery are deep buried inside the ground and all. We have different sources where n number of sources are there where data is generated. That data need to be brought into one centralized repository. That's the reason data engineers are very important, because we cannot directly go into a main refinery wherever oil is extracted. There only I cannot go extract and come up with my products. The same way, I cannot directly work on my source data. I need to first ingest that raw data into any cloud system. That can be your AWS S3 is one of the storage. How you have Google Drive and all, where you go and store any data in the or your files or information. The same way we have with respect to AWS, that is S3. With respect to Azure, we have Azure Data Lake. And with respect to Snowflake or Databricks, these are the application where you come and ingest a raw data as it is. Now, since this particular data is raw, I need to go and clean and organize that particular data because my analyst and data scientists need to make use of this data to get accurate results. If any data is wrong, our analysis with respect to data analyst will go wrong. And if we are analyzing any of the things wrong, our business will not grow. If any data with respect to data scientist is wrong, they cannot predict the proper future and they will go as a bankrupt. Now, these all things are very important because cleaning of data is very, very important. And as soon as you do all these things, the main thing I need to do is automate this process so that daily I can't sit and do this cleaning activity because I need to automate this particular process on the day-to-day basis. And then I need to give that as an integrated part to the end users, and anything with respect to our quality, data security, or governance to make sure that my data is always intact. And I need to optimize my performance also because I might be having 10 sources, and to bring my data only I'm taking 1 day. That will be a very bad performance. I need to build a very good performance related pipelines, and I need to closely work with data analysts and data scientists because, in short, if data engineers won't work, if they don't bring the right data, they make sure the right data reach the right person, there will be always hamper to the business. That's the reason data engineers do what? They collect data, store data, process data, optimize the data. And without data engineers, business cannot access any of the clean, reliable data. They are the backbone for any of your data-driven decisions. And without our data engineers, there is no any other job market. There is no data analyst, there is no data scientist, there is no AI engineers, there are no any other data-related jobs without our data engineers. Now, I explained you all three roles. Any doubt with respect to these roles, let me know. Are we good?
Hello.
Yep.
Hi, my name is Shravana. I already upskilled myself in data analyst. So I'm planning like even Snowflakes have a high demand in the market. It will be an added advantage for me to join Snowflake development.
Yeah, like Snowflake is very high demand. Give me some more time. I'll be explaining your future, what is the job market and all, how Snowflake is demand, why we require. Give me a few more minutes. I'll come back to your question. Is that fine?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Thank you. Fine. How is the future job market with respect to data engineer? Now, if you come and see, for next 5-6 years, I can't predict more than 5-6 years because your IT industry is always dynamic. It will keep on changing based on demands and all. But for sure, for 5-6 years, your big data specialist or data engineers will keep on increasing. Why? Because now the companies are trying to move towards AI. They're trying to build AI models and all. For this, they required what? Clean data. Earlier, companies used to depend on whatever their reports are there. To build that particular reports, they need clean data. So they dependent on data engineers. But now your AI team will be depending on data engineers. So as soon as AI requirement will keep on increasing, your data engineers job will also keep on increasing because without a data engineers, you cannot go and get a clean data for your AI models. Okay, now that's the reason. Always your data engineer job will be high in demand, at least till 2030. Beyond that, we cannot predict anything because anything can change. But for sure, your data engineering job is high in demand. Now, fine, Sagar, your data engineering job is high in demand, but how does actually, or why does actually data engineers projects are high in demand? Now, what happening is in the current data pipelines or data engineering project, there are complex infrastructure setup. For example, they have something called the on-prem servers. They have multiple on-prem servers and all. They have like Informatica. We have SSIS. We have Teradata. Sorry, not Teradata. We have few of the applications that have on-prem version that are not up to the mark because they cannot handle a huge amount of data, and nowadays a lot of data is generated. Now we need to have a multiple cloud services to integrate so that we maintain this cost time and upgrade our client headache. There is a challenge with respect to scalability. As I said, on-prem system cannot handle terabytes or petabytes of data. There's a limitation of that. If you increase something called storage, the cost will affect because of the performance will be affected in the on-prem. So that's the reason we need to have that cloud system where easily we can scale our infrastructure without any headache. The problem is there are high coding platforms now. Any pipelines you go and take, it mainly depend on Python, Scala, Hadoop. These all are what based on Java applications, very high coding platforms and hard to maintain in a long time if you take, and multiple different sources. I need to extract that particular source and bring using some tools. And what happens is while extracting these particular sources, there might be a delay and it might affect the particular team. Now, what I want to do is, as a client, if I'm a client, my requirement would have been, please give me a tool in a such a way that I need to have a less coding, more configurations. I mainly depend on something called as a SQL, because SQL is used in any of the data related jobs. Most of the professional that are there, we can easily get with respect to SQL or UI based tools with minimum Python or Spark coding. This should also be there, but mostly 80% of the tools I depend on SQL. I should have such a one tool where I can easily go and integrate with different ETL tools, because in data engineer, there are n number of tools. I should easily go and integrate that particular tools. For example, we have ADF to extract the data, Airflow to extract the data, Matillion to extract the data. We have Fivetron to extract the data. We have Informatica Cloud to extract the data. And to do transformations and all, we have a tool called DBT. I need one particular tool which can easily make all these things. I need to work with Azure now. I need to work with AWS. I need to work with GCP. I don't want to depend on one cloud. Whenever I want, I can go and switch if there are any changes with price or anything. Seamlessly, I need to do data sharing or data. I could go across different clouds. I need to have an elastic scaling. My computation, whatever you are using, that should not cost me more. That should have a very effective computation which can come and work on my huge amount of data. There should be no spikes. There should be not delay while huge amount of data is coming. And I need one uniform platform where I can go and work with different types of data. Nowadays, it's not like a simple CSV data we are getting. We are getting JSON data, we are getting Parquet data, Avro data, ORC data. These are the different file formats I need to work with easily. And also my AI ML team or BI team should directly come and use the tool, because I need one particular tool. I cannot maintain different tools, because that's a headache for a client. And lastly, but mainly, governance, security, and cost. This is very important for any of the data related projects, because without governance, you cannot maintain that security of the data. We need to do all these things. And also, my pay should be such a way that whatever I use, based on that only I need to go and pay. Now, for these all use cases, your Snowflake will come into the picture. Now, Snowflake is designed to meet all these client requirements. If I want to go and connect to n number of tools, n number of ETL tools, I can go and do. If I want to work on Google Cloud, I can do. AWS, I can do. Azure, I can do. I can do what my data engineering work. I can store that particular data as one of the repository. I can store my semi-structured data, unstructured data, or structured data, whatever the data I want, I can store. I want to use it as a data warehouse. I want to work with a data science team where they can go and build a models. They can do. I want to build an application based on my data. I can do each things, even reporting I can do inside my tool called Snowflake. Earlier, whenever Snowflake was started back in 2014, it started as cloud data warehouse tool. But now it is no more a cloud data warehouse tool. It is something called as a lake house. Now, what is this lake house and all? I'll be explaining in future classes, don't worry. But now we can store our data also. We can process our data also. And we can do n number of things. And it has a lot of features. These all things your Snowflake will do. That's the reason many of the companies are preferring Snowflake, because less coding, mainly dependent on SQL, less maintenance headache. I can easily keep my data and all. I can handle a huge amount of data. You increase the data for terabytes of data, then also I can handle petabytes of the data, then also I can handle whatever you want. It's in one unified platform. I'm bringing and keeping my data in a data warehouse or application of Snowflake. My data science team will come and consume it. My Power BI team will come and consume it. I have one unified framework. That's the reason the Snowflake is having a huge demand, and this demand will keep on increasing because it's a cloud-based application. Maybe in future time, a lot of features might come because they have to keep up to the market, and they are working very hard. So a lot of features still might come in future, but now is one of the tools that are widely used for data processing in current market standard. Now that being said, now what should be my data engineering roadmap? What should I do? Should I learn each and everything? Because there are n number of tools. If you come and ask Sagar, fine, you said Snowflake, but there are so many tools. What should I learn along with my Snowflake? If you come and ask, first and foremost, I would say the 4 pillars of data engineers is: one is SQL, second is data warehouse, third is Python, last is Spark or PySpark. If you go and see any data engineering job, 50% allocation will be for this. Because any tool you work in current market standard, any tool, either it might be SQL, either it might be based on Spark or PySpark. Without learning these 4 tools, you cannot work as a data engineer. Now, since you learned SQL, you implemented Python, and PySpark is nothing but whatever you can do with respect to SQL, I want to do using with respect to Python. Your PySpark code is there. So you are converting your SQL code into Python code using PySpark, and your PySpark can handle huge amount of data that your SQL cannot handle in a normal on-prem databases. Now, data warehouse is nothing but how you organize your data into your warehousing. Now you are bringing n number of data, a lot of data you're bringing, but I need to organize in a better way so that my end user can come and access that particular data. Then data warehousing concept also you need to understand. Now, once you build your foundation, now I know SQL, you know Snowflake. Now I know SQL, I know DBT. Now DBT is one of the tool which you can integrate with Snowflake. Now, even though I said your Snowflake is mainly based on something called a SQL and less coding, but there might be a situation where you can go and write some complex code, also complex transformation inside your Snowflake. No, I don't want to do that. I want to have a simple low code ETL platform which will give me much more easy to work. Then your DBT will come. DBT is a transformation tool which will be hosted on top of your Snowflake. Your data will be in Snowflake. You write transformation in DBT using SQL. It will do that work. Whatever the complex, you are writing 100 lines of code here, within 5 lines of code, you can finish in DBT. That is highly configurable. That's the reason Snowflake plus DBT is having a huge demand. As I said, clients want more and more low code platform, because any data engineering job, you come and work, you work for 3 to 6 months, and after you finish your job, you'll move on to the next project. But the client are those who are maintaining that code. And if you have written very complex code and any issues comes in the middle, they have to invest again on another team to have that support. So better to have a low coding platforms. I can pay a little bit more, but my maintainability will be less, my headache will be less. I will concentrate more on my business. That's what the client wants. And if you want to implement with respect to anything in Python in Snowflake, I can do that is nothing but Snowpark. These all are the tools. Now, as I said, PySpark is one of the tools that are mainly using SQL plus Python. Now I need to go and learn. I need to mainly work with something Python. My company is mainly dependent on Python-based projects. Then your Databricks will come into the picture. Now your Snowflake and Databricks are competitors to each other. How I can say we have Samsung versus Apple. always there is a fight between these two people, and any one feature brought by Samsung, Apple will bring the next year that feature, and vice versa. You can go and say in the same way in current market standard, Databricks and Snowflake are competitor each other. And if you come and ask, Sagar, which I need to go and learn, master one and learn about other also. If you know PySpark, you know Databricks. Now we need to just understand how I can go and integrate my SQL and PySpark in Databricks. That is also easy because your foundation is good. Now there are some of the open table formats like Iceberg and Delta Lake. Now what are these open table formats is, now you are keeping your data in cloud applications like AWS or Azure or GCP has some CSV data, some JSON data. Directly you are keeping as a raw data. You are not keeping in a form of table. We can directly go and use any of the applications like SQL or anything to read the data. I need to work on top of this raw data only because I cannot go and edit my CSV file every time on open edit CSV file and keep that file in again that particular location. I can't do that. At that time, this open table format will come into the picture. Your Delta Lake is associated with Databricks and Iceberg is associated with Snowflake, which can make your work easy to work with a raw data or different types of file format. Now, again, this Delta Lake and Iceberg is dependent on your SQL and your PySpark. Now, whatever code you write, that can be written here. Now, if that's the reason I said 50% of the data engineering work is on your foundation. If your foundation is good, then you can go and learn any of the application. Now, since you learned what applications, you learned how to transform everything, but I need to learn how to bring the data also. Now, as a data engineer, your work is not only transformation, you need to bring the data. So these application will come into the picture. AWS Glue is one of the applications which are mainly used for extraction of data. ADF is one of the tool, that is Azure Data Factory, which is mainly used for extracting of data. Matillion is one of the tool which is mainly used for extracting of data, whereas Airflow is also one of the tool which is mainly extracting of data and orchestrating my particular pipeline. I need to build a pipeline which should orchestrate or build my process end to end. This application will come into the picture, but your Airflow is mainly with respect to Python. You write a Python code, whereas AWS Glue is also with respect to you can build virtually, or you can have to depend on something called the PySpark. You have to write a PySpark code. Whereas ADF is UI-based tool, a drag and drop tool, where you can really directly go and use it. And even Matillion is some of the drag and drop tool, where you can directly bring this all configuration and you can do this. Now, once you do extraction, once you know cloud-based applications and all, you need to master one of the cloud. That can be Azure or AWS, because this is what you're doing is an extra 30% to increase that package. Now 30% hike they will give from your current market standard. You need to make it 60 to 80% increase. Then these are some of the services, few services you need to understand, and you need to learn one cloud explicitly. So we'll be deep diving that particular with respect to AWS, where we'll learn tools that are widely used in data engineering job. Now, after doing all these things, you need to learn how to integrate that with respect to GitHub, how to move the code from one environment to another environment and all. Then I need to have an idea of GitHub. Now, this is a typical data engineering roadmap. Wherever you go, any job market you search, any of the job description you search, these two, whatever the things I'm showing, 90% of that particular job description will be followed by these tools. Any doubt in roadmap? Who asked the question, right? Someone asked, is Snowflake is better? Now are we clear?
Yes.
Shravani. Are we clear? Do you have any other doubts on that?
Yeah, I'll ask you the interview class because I have few questions.
Sorry?
I have few questions.
No question, sorry. Okay, thank you. Okay. Now.
Sagar,
Yeah, good.
it's Snowflake is like is processing and it's going to depend on any one of the cloud for storing, or Can you give more?
Good question. Now, your Databricks also, your Snowflake also, they have only processing power. And they don't have anything with respect to storage. Even processing power they don't have. They are only what? They are a SaaS as a project, that is software has a sorry. They are the product which only give as a software. Now what you are doing is you need to depend on one of the cloud. Now whenever you create any account, you choose whether I need to host my all the virtual machines that are getting power for my Snowflake, or where I need to go and store. Now, if I go and say AWS, they will go and create these whatever virtual machines you require, whatever storage you require. For now, if you go and create any table inside your Snowflake, that need to go and store that data, right? Now in the backend, they are making use of this cloud. If you go and create your account with respect to Azure, they make use of in the backend Azure related applications to give a power for your computation, to give a power for your storing of the data and all. So you can say that it dependent on these clouds, but you are not going and maintaining this cloud, how their Snowflake is doing and all. It is work of Snowflake. They will take care of anything, and you are just going and using the features. Got it?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Now, coming to our plan, how our Snowflake data engineering plan would be. Has Mahesh informed at start of our class, our first phase was SQL Master. We completed this particular 3.5 to 4 weeks of class, around 20 classes we have completed. We are from basic to complete advanced, we have completed. Now, if you are interested to go and if you already know intermediate level of SQL and all, if you are interested to go and learn from that recorded sessions, we have completed one end-to-end Netflix data engineering project. We have did more than 200 plus SQL problems, and also assignments, everything have been given. We can get started with that. Parallelly, you can learn Python. Or else, if you want to attend any live classes, when we'll get started with the next batch with respect to SQL from when I will teach only, you can ask Mahesh to add you guys. You can come and join that particular class also, or any other batch which is having SQL. We can easily go and join. You have evening batches, you have morning batches. Whenever best suited for you, you can go and join and learn. And if you have any doubts while learning by yourself also, we'll be having dedicated WhatsApp group. You can ask there, or you can directly connect with me. I'll be always there to help you out in that. The next we will be getting started now will be phase 2, that is Python mastery, because foundation is what we need to come and concentrate. We'll be learning on Python foundation from tomorrow, each and everything from basics to advanced that is required for your data engineering. That we will be learning. We'll spend around 3.5 to 4 weeks. And once we finish our phase 2, we will be getting started with Snowflake DBT and Matillion. Now, each and everything with respect to Snowflake DBT and Matillion. Now, this is the least amount of weeks we are saying. Now, it can go up to 10 weeks also. In this particular phase, we will be going and learning 20 plus real-time use cases in Snowflake, 10 plus real-time use cases in DBT, how to integrate our DBT with Snowflake, and Matillion has Mahesh informed, we'll be providing the recorded sessions. If you want, you can go and learn this also. This is one of the low-code ETL platform to extraction of data. Now, at the end, I'll be building one end-to-end healthcare project inside my Snowflake, which will go up to 8 hours. And this will be not a simple project. It's a completely dynamic project. I'm building a framework where you can directly go and show in your resume. And we'll build one end-to-end project in DBT, where we'll integrate each and everything from start after we learn all the concept, and it will go up to 3+ hours. Now, once you finish that, you will be getting started with interview. Now, for interview preparation, it will be from day 1. You'll not be waiting till phase 3, because we'll be giving assignments, we'll be giving all the things, we'll be doing so many things, we'll be learning interview related questions. Then and there, anything is completed, I'll be giving you that. But you'll be getting started with interview once we finish our phase 3, because there might be a few folks who will be having 3 months of notice period and all. They cannot wait until end of the batch. It will be again late for them. So after the phase 3, you'll be getting started interview, and you will be parallelly learning, because when we have 3 months of notice period, you will be not getting many calls. You'll be having less number of calls. We need to target each and every company, and you need to get one offer letter. Yes, Sean. Any doubts?
Yeah, there, how you can add cloud in this? Because I can't able to see the cloud area.
Sorry, I'm not able to hear you. What you are saying.
Once.
Okay.
You can able to hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, how you can able to add cloud in this AWS or Azure? Because
I'll
for
show you.
data
I'll show you.
engineer, Azure have a high demand in this, right?
Yeah.
Because in the roadmap you're not mentioned.
Yeah. Still, roadmap is there. It's not till end. We have still a lot of phases. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay.
And the thing is, like, I was from a non-tech background.
Okay.
So I upskill myself in data analyst like SQL, Power BI, Tableau, and
Okay.
so the thing is,
Yeah.
like, I'm currently I'm working. I completed one project. It's like data analytics, like this one bank analytics project I completed. Currently, healthcare project I'm working on it.
Okay.
So how it will helpful for me? I can able to learn it, this data in.
See, that's what. If whoever is working as a data analyst, right, for them, Snowflake is the best tool because whatever you do with data analyst, that's the end job you're doing. Now you need to understand, you are like a front end developer. Now you need to understand back end work, what is happening. Now, once you know Snowflake also back end, how your data you are bringing to Snowflake or how you are bringing extracting data and all, now you'll be
Okay.
considered as a full stack data engineer, where you know back end also, you know front end also. The demand for those who are data analyst also and data engineering knowledge will be always high because you bring two jobs at one pay.
Okay, because I have total 7 years of experience. I'm
Yeah.
planning to make it 2.5 years.
Yeah, once
So
we
that
complete our batch, you can show up to 4 years of experience in Snowflake. That much deep we'll go.
okay, okay then because the main thing is like only because of package I'm switching into IT and even I'm looking from 2019 to switch it, but I didn't get the right source and the right guidance where I can able to get into the IT. I learned
Got
so
it.
many IT courses, but I'm not into get into that because of I feared because of making like either something I'm doing wrong, I'm going with a fake and all like that. I used to think more, but now
Yeah.
I used to feel like if I want to sustain, I need to do like no matter what. At the end of the day, we are working out. That is what the people used to look into the market, right? Because the people who are already working also, they're not like 100%. They know everything.
Yep, exactly. I agree with you. Now, in IT industry, mainly the main concern is what you can bring to the table in a current project. They won't care in the back, in the past, what you have worked or how much you have worked. Now, how good are you in the current project? How well you are handling the project? They only care about that. And once we complete each and every scenario, you'll be understanding each and everything. You will be having more knowledge than those who are working in the real time because we'll be starting something from foundation, we'll be going advanced, we'll be touching each and every topic. Whereas in your real time, you'll be working only what is required. You cannot go and learn, sit up a hat or do research and all because what is work is there. You have to concentrate on that. Since your foundation will be strong, once we complete our course, you can go and target any company.
Okay, according to you, for the projects, which domain is good?
Now, in our particular project, I will cover healthcare, banking, and supply chain project. These are the three projects we'll be taking. And based on whatever the current job you are working, right, you can show that only a domain because what knowledge you have, right, you can show that. But how to correlate our project to your current project, that I'll be helping you out.
Yeah, actually, I'm a recruiter.
Hmm. Yeah.
So that's the reason I one of the person who was working in my institute, he said like remove the recruiter until you get a job in the market. If you make it in a recruiter, that things will not work. They will see whether you performed well or not in the interview prospective way. And once everything was done, you have a proper
Yeah,
document.
that's what.
Everything that will work for you. No one will look after what designation you work and all this HRs. Whether you worked in this company or not, that is the only one they're going to do the background verification.
Yep, exactly. You're correct. That's the reason we'll help you in the something called the profile, your profile building, your resume building. We will show you in the such a way. Now, once you finish your 3 rounds of interview or 4 rounds of interview, you are the HR will come and try to pay you offer letter. Now, if you at that time they will ask you what pay you your salary slip or anything with respect to previous company. In that time, if your something current role is recruiter, if you go and ask, you can say, no, I joined as a recruiter, but in current organization there was current opening. I did an internal switch. Now they did not change my particular role, but I'm working this and these all projects I work. You can go and ask whoever is taking
Yeah,
the interview.
actually, I want to tell them like I worked as an HR analytics. So
Yeah, you
I
can show that
upskill
also.
myself and all these things. By the end of the time, I want to tell them. Before, I don't want to.
Yeah, you can do that also. It will work.
Okay.
Okay, sure. Fine. Now coming back to phase. Now we complete once we complete our phase 3. Here I'll be showing how can you integrate your AWS with Snowflake. Few of the services will be learning, which we can go and learn each and every services and all, and we will integrate with those. And once you get started on the phase 4, I'll be showing you how can you integrate your Snowflake with ADF, how you can orchestrate your Snowflake with Airflow. Airflow is one of the tools where you will write a Python code to do end-to-end orchestration. We'll have an idea how we can go and do. It's good to have if you don't want to go with Airflow and you feel like a lot of coding and all, go and at least show ADF. Once you have ADF with Snowflake, AWS with Snowflake, you are multi-cloud data engineer. This is where you do your 80% of the work is done in Snowflake. Now, to bring the data orchestration and all, that can be done with Azure or AWS. That's the reason it will be very helpful for you. Now, once we finish here, this next phase will be big data. We'll try to analyze what is this Spark and how we can integrate our Spark. Now, to learn anything with respect to PySpark and Spark, I will show that with respect to Databricks so that you have a knowledge on Databricks also, how Databricks is working. Then we correlate our Databricks to Snowflake. Now, more will be concentrating on Snowflake, but you have an idea on Databricks. Now, again, your multi-cloud data engineer come into the picture because you have knowledge on both the tools. Then we learn open table formats like Delta table and Snowpark. Now, if you know PySpark, 95% of the code is same in Snowpark. We'll learn this both parallelly. Now, whatever PySpark code you write in Snowflake is nothing but Snowpark. And whatever PySpark code you are writing in Databricks, that will be a PySpark code. We'll learn end-to-end and we'll build one end-to-end project. Again, it will be 3 hours where I'll show how to integrate the same project in Databricks and how we can integrate the same project in Snowflake also. And after this, your phase 6 will be your AWS, where we'll integrate each and every pipeline with different service like Lambda, AWS Glue, Kinesis, EventBridge, SNS, SQS, Redshift. I'll just give an idea on Redshift. What is Redshift? Because Redshift is a competitor for your Snowflake and how these all things are there. And we'll build one end-to-end banking related projects. And it will go up to 2.5 weeks. And last phase will be once you start giving interview here after 2 weeks will be much more. You'll be having few offer letters and all. Now we need to go and accelerate our job offers. We need to increase our multiple. We need to get a multiple offers. There is where we'll be concentrating. We'll be helping you how to negotiate, which is the best offer for you and all. We'll try to help you out. And from our day 1 only, we'll be start preparing for interview. These are all things you can expect. More than 15 plus use case in Snowflake, 10 plus use case, real-time use case in DBT, and we'll build more than 20 plus real-time pipelines so that each and every scenario you go and cover. Now, any doubt with respect to the course, please let me know.
So with this phase 3, like up to that phase 3, we can apply the interviews, right?
Now, you can get started with the interview, but the problem is, see, this is how your market is. Now, if you go and apply only Snowflake, DBT, ADF, Medallion, you only cover 45% of the market. Okay, if you add Azure and Databricks also, you are covering what? Almost 80 to 90% of the project market. If you have 2 to 3 years of experience, you want less coding and all, directly go and apply. But again, you are covering only 40% of the market. You might not get a lot of calls. Out of 10 calls, you'll get 2 to 3 calls. If you add a little bit coding like Python, Airflow and all, you'll increase 4 to 5 calls. If you add Databricks also, you'll get 6 to 8 calls. And if you have each and everything with respect to AWS also, out of 10, at least 9 calls you'll get. Because you will be targeted, because nowadays recruiters are reaching for those who have multiple things in their resume and who have built a lot of things, because they don't want to hire again and again, and they want to hire one person who can do a lot of things. And in the same way, since they are expecting a lot of things, you can go and ask more. Whatever the salary expectation is also there, that also will increase. Okay, but we cannot wait for 5 months, right? Because if you wait for 5 months, you will lose that patience. That's the reason we always suggest after 3.5 months, you almost cover 40% of the market. Start giving interview. You'll get that confidence. At least 1 or 2 interview you will be giving, because some might have notice period issues and all. We'll try to negotiate all those things. But if you come and ask, after 5 months, you'll be having a lot of offers. You'll be having a lot of calls. And if you are within like last 1 month of your notice period and all, you'll bombarded with a lot of calls. In 1 week, you can expect at least 7 to 8 calls. I cannot guarantee with respect to other jobs like data scientist or data analyst, but one job I can always guarantee. Now also you can go and you can prepare one resume, keep your notice period as 15 days, keep all these tools and see how many calls you'll get. You'll be bombarded with a lot of calls. Yeah. Any other doubts?
Hi, Sagar. I have one doubt. So I'm actually Power BI developer. So in my organization, currently we were using Azure for storing data, doing all transformations. So if I learn this course, actually Snowflake plus DBT, although as you said, actually you are going to cover AWS ADF also, how can I relate this course? So I would like to build all the pipelines and everything, whatever data engineer currently doing in my project. So if I learn Snowflake, it is the main course is actually like Snowflake plus DBT, right? So after learn this course, how can I relate this in Azure? Am I able to do it everything like whatever we learn in Snowflake? I just have a doubt how these two platforms differ and how can I relate my work currently after learn this course.
Got it. Now you are working as a Power BI, right? Now you are working here. You're working here, you are accessing data and you're working. Now you will be learning pipelines, how to extract from source to end. This is a project where we'll come, keep all the data, extract the data, do transformation, and you come. Now, since you know this and know this, you have plus point. Okay. Now you just, what you used to say, you used to go and connect with the team and say, this table I want, this data I want, this view you want, this is what I record for Power BI. Now they used to provide. Now in the backend, you'll be working how to create those things. Now, if you come and ask with something called as Azure, now whatever the data you are bringing, okay, now that they might be use Azure. I'll show you how your ADF is working, how to extract data, how to do orchestration with respect to ADF and all. I'll be showing with Snowflake and also show with Databricks. So we'll have that idea how it is working with Azure and Databricks and Snowflake. So you can correlate with that, and whatever current market, whatever the current project you are working, whatever the Power BI you're working, you are showing it as a front end. Now in back end, what you are working, we'll correlate and we'll build it as an end-to-end project. Got it?
Yeah, I got it. So building pipelines, would it be the same concept whether we were doing in Snowflake or Azure?
Yeah, it is. You see, in Snowflake, we'll be writing SQL code to do pipeline, to build pipe things and all. Now these all were what in Snowflake it is called as a task. This is a pipeline we built in our project. Whereas in Azure, we do it with respect to ADF. There we call it as an activity.
Okay, but the way building the pipelines, both are similar.
Concept behind this fundamentals are similar. Here in Azure, we'll use UI. Here in Snowflake, we'll use SQL code.
Okay, so if I am a new person, like I learned actually Snowflake to write SQL and build the pipelines, but I'm new to the after. So, but I want to practically work on Azure. So in that case, it would be a little bit complex, right, to me because So you are going to cover that also in Azure. So how to build the pipelines in Azure?
I will cover ADF to build up pipelines in ADF. I'll cover that.
Okay. Yeah, that's my question. So you will cover actually the same part in ADF also. So how to build the pipelines and everything. Got it.
We'll concentrate on ADF.
Yeah, understood. So same thing in AWS also. So that's why it's a multi-cloud, right?
Yeah. But in AWS, we'll learn a lot of services. Whereas in Azure, ADF is one of the tools that is widely used. So I'll concentrate on ADF and Databricks.
Okay. Yeah, understood.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Any other doubts?
Hey, once I finish this course, say for example, if I, will I be able to apply for just only for AWS data engineer and Azure data engineer, those kind of roles?
Yeah. So once you finish the course, Wait, just give me a minute. Okay, there is nothing. Let me see. Our course will bring, we can apply as a AWS data engineer. We can apply as a Azure data engineer. We can apply as a normal data engineer, Snowflake developer, Snowflake data engineer, Snowflake plus DBT developer. These are all things we work. Now, what do you mean by Snowflake developer is you explicitly work only on Snowflake, no other tools. What do you mean by data engineer is you're working on Azure also, you're working on AWS also services. What do you mean by Azure data engineering is you're working on Azure services only. What is AWS is you're working on AWS service. You take AWS, you take Azure, you'll be always at least with Snowflake or Databricks. Because transformation, keeping data, everything will be in this. Whereas they are making use of services to keep that end-to-end pipelines. That's it. Did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Fine. Any other doubts?
Who will be the competitors for Snowflake? You mentioned Redshift, and also Redshift it's related to maybe AWS. And what about Microsoft tool? Is there any tool?
Synapse. For Microsoft, it was Synapse, but it is absolute now. They come up with Fabric. Now, Fabric is very, very early stage.
Okay.
It will take still 2 to 3 more years to come up as a competitor. But if you come and ask in current market standard, Databricks is the only competitor.
Okay. And one more question. What is a package we can expect? You mentioned, we are going to put 4 years of experience. Is already user having 10 plus years of experience as a non-IT and is earning around 24 lakhs per annum and still be learning Snowflake.
10 plus
How is
years.
the market?
So if you have 24 lakh, now starting I cannot directly go. So from 24 we will go to 40. You need to get some offers, multiple offers. From 24, 30% up to 30 lakh will get. And if you have at least 2-3 offers, you can go up to 40 LP.
Okay.
This is least I'm saying, least. But it depends on how well you have done our projects, how well you are attending class, you understood concept and all. Because 10 plus years of experience, guys, they expect more knowledge you should have. So you should have that end to end. If you do our each and every project, for sure you can go up to 40. The communication is very, very important in interview when you have 10 plus years of experience.
Yeah, that 10 plus whatever I mentioned, it's a non-IT. It's not IT.
No, that doesn't matter. You should have proper papers. You should have a proper salary slip and all. That's fine.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we'll correlate that to IT. We say that we work as a IT work only. That will not be a problem.
Thank you.
Fine. Any other doubts?
Yeah, hi, Sagar. Yeah, in the course structure, it is mentioned Spark and Snowpark. So Spark means it is nothing but a PySpark.
Yep, PySpark.
Yeah.
Now, as I said, your PySpark code, your Snowpark code, both are same. Now, if you are coming and executing Snowflake, it's called as Snowpark. If you go and execute in Databricks, it's called PySpark.
Okay.
Only little bit 5% syntax change, that will be same, how it's working.
Okay.
So if you know PySpark, you know Snowpark also.
Okay. But in the course, we are discussing about the PySpark, those 5% also, right?
No, I'll show you PySpark in course.
Okay.
I'll integrate each and everything with respect to Databricks. The same code, how we can write in Snowpark, I'll show you that.
Yeah.
And with respect to that, a few more features are there. I'll show with respect to Snowpark.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. And this phase one SQL is completed, right? Those SQL is it related to Snowflake SQL syntaxes?
SQL is a basic foundation where anything now Snowflake will start after 1 month. You have one more month. You can go and complete those things, or you can attend any other batch in the evening batch. It's going on. You can go and attend there also. Parallel you do. Now we'll be starting with coding. That is Python. To build logic and all, we require 1 more month. Now, first 2 months we'll concentrate only on foundations. Then we'll start Snowflake.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I do have one more query. Yeah. What about the recordings? Once if you join the course, how much
You'll
time
get
while
1 year of recording, but if you want to extend that, if you have any issues or anything, you could not get a job, because we expect you to get job within 1 year. Because if you could not clear any job or anything within 1 year, that's a failure from KSR point of view. So we'll discuss with you why, what was the issues and all. If you want, we'll extend again 1 more year, or how much time you want, we'll extend that. That will not be a problem.
Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, what are the minimum system requirements to join the course?
System
Any
requirements.
i5 laptop is fine, guys.
Yeah.
Any i5 laptop, it's sufficient, recent one. Even some cases i3, but this year recent laptops may work. But I can suggest you go with the i5 laptop.
Okay, and 256 GB or
So now everything, the Snowflake itself cloud, we are not going to be install any heavy softwares in our system. Everything is under cloud. 256 GB also fine.
Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
Yeah. So any other questions, guys?
Yes. Can we go with any workflow management tools?
Workflow management tool is nothing but ADF. That's one of the tool, and Matillion.
Okay.
Is another tool. Workflow is nothing but orchestration. How you orchestrate one end to end.
And regarding data modeling, actually, I'm not aware about it.
See, data modeling, to be honest, there will be a data modeler to do that. I'll be showing you how to read this data model, how to build this, what are this fact table, what is this dimension table, how we can build something called as incremental loading inside Snowflake. These all things are data modeling concept. That will be concentrating. But any data modeling tool I'll not be explaining. But in the backend, what it will be working, that will be showing. Because as a data engineer, you no need to be a data modeler. You need to have a concepts of data modeling.
Okay. And regarding our project, can we go with any streaming data?
Yeah, one
platform?
streaming data I'll show. I'll show an idea on streaming data, this particular kinesis, how to bring the data to Snowflake. One project will do that also.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Okay. This again, I'll be showing you one end-to-end how our projects looks like. So this was our first Netflix data engineering project that we did in SQL. We solved more than 200 plus questions. Then we'll do our first healthcare end-to-end project, where we'll be writing completely a dynamic code. Okay. It will not be a simple code, and this will be the data model we'll be going and doing. And this will be the pipeline flow inside your Snowflake. This is how complex we'll do. We integrate, we'll build a framework and all, and we'll build all code in dynamic way. Okay. This will be your end-to-end. If any issues, any failures, how to send email and all, each and everything, how end users can do each and everything with respect to Snowflake. That will be a first project. And the next project will be in DBT. We'll build end-to-end each and every use case. Once we learn DBT information, end-to-end we'll build in one project in DBT. And after that, there will be one end-to-end project in your Databricks with respect to PySpark and Snowpark inside our Snowflake. The same project I'll be showing you here. And then comes your AWS. There will be one end-to-end project in AWS that you will see we'll integrate each and everything with respect to AWS, and we'll build and one streaming project in AWS. Along with that, ADF and ADF also I'll be building, and Airflow also I'll be building. I do not have slides for that, but we'll be building pipelines there and an end-to-end flow there also.
Yeah.
Okay.
Regarding the schedule of the session, so is it from 7:45 to 8:30 each day, or on Saturday, Sunday?
It will
Do
be
we have
Monday to
any?
Friday. Monday to Friday, or sometimes on Saturdays also. Morning 6:30 to 8. But since we are doing foundation now, it will be 6:45 to 8 for until we finish Python. Okay, until we finish Python, it will be 6:45 to 8 a.m. Monday to Friday. If required, if any classes are missed on the weekdays, I'll take one extra class on Saturday, because I don't want you guys to wait more than 5 months. We should not go. Unnecessarily, if we drag our course, you will lose interest. That is not our agenda. We have to go in such a way that you are covering each and everything. We should not go in a fast way also, so that it's not like we need to cover the syllabus and all. So 5 months only will cover. No, if required, it might go up to 6 months also. It depends on how you guys are responding to us. If you are a slow learner and all, we'll take more time to explore all the things.
Any evening section you have?
Sorry, since I'm a working professional, So I'll not get time in the evening. My work start in a US time shift, so that's the reason we have only morning classes.
It's
We are
okay.
trying, guys, but currently we don't have a slot for evening. Even Sagar now trying to make it session in 6:30 to 8:1 and 8. Again, another 2 minutes he have one more session. So morning he was handling two batches and he was going to his office.
Yeah, I got it. What's your full name?
So trainer's name?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Shuar
Sagar.
Sagar.
Shiva
Shuar Sagar.
Sagar. Yeah.
Shiva Sagar.
Mm.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, if you have any other questions, maybe I can able to also answer. Not about technical, related to you have any questions about the same career gap related, or else after 10 years how to transform into the Snowflake, or else how the BGB is going to be happen, or else how what kind of support you may get from the KSR like to get placed. So these kind of questions, if anyone have, you can ask me. So I will try to answer your all questions.
Uh, Actually, my question, the phase one as a SQL, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
is it self-learning
No,
in
no,
this
no, no.
course?
It should be like in a live classes only, but that scenario, SQL is not mandatory learn first. We can start from Python or else we can directly learn from the Snowflake also. So the SQL module you are going to be join any other live classes. Example, in the evening we have another data analytics batch, another data science batches also. The SQL concept is common for all the data courses in KSR. You can join any of the SQL sessions. You do have already record. You can join this live session, or else once the Snowflake is complete, Sagar only will start one more batch that is starts with the SQL. You can rejoin there also as per your comfort. Example, you are able to manage to attend 2 lectures per day, you can. Or else once this module is done, SQL we are going to be start again. You can join SQL part at that time as per your comfort. So
So uh, this particular course starts with Python.
yes, exactly.
Okay, okay, got it.
Okay, SQL part, if you want example, in the January, we are starting couple of batches there. SQL also have there. That is the evening is there, one is morning also is there. The SQL module depends on your time comforts. You can join any other courses.
Yeah. So otherwise, actually, I can
Go with
go
the
through
record,
the
or
records.
else you can
Okay,
go with the one Snowflake module also done. Again, we will start right SQL. You can join at that time SQL again
got it. Yeah,
from the same Saga Triumph classes also as per your comfort.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Mahesh, how much
Actually,
Python is required for this Snowflake data engineering?
Very fundamentals to be a little bit of advanced. It's not like in a Python developer point of view. So either data analytics or data engineering, we need a mid-range only. We don't need to say you have to become like in a Python developer. Maybe you are going to be learn another 20 lectures max.
Yeah, nowadays all are asking Python is mandatory like
That's
that.
what. Python, example, our first Snowflake batch we completed in 2.5 months. That is only Snowflake, SQL, DBT. That's it. Depends on the requirements. We added one by one, and it's become 5+ months now. Python
Okay.
we are teaching from last 2 months, 2 years.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So similar way DBT and Matillion, maybe if required any topic, Snowpark, all these concepts depends on the requirement. Like we will touch in the students frequently, and also we do have a consultancies tie up with the US market also, right? Compared to India, US market they will adapt very fast. So depends on that situation, we will add the curriculum. Even sometimes what we are promised so far depends on this curriculum also. Maybe if required, we will add a couple of other topics also during the batches itself. So mostly why we are doing all the things, reason these batches, particularly Snowflake and data cloud engineering or Azure engineering, these batch students, they are already working professionals. They are already holding at least 15 to 20 lakhs package in India, and their ultimate goal to sustain with a decent package. So that we have to be learn maximum concepts. Example, someone saying with a 20 lakhs package by just learning one Snowflake and SQL, we can't get a 30 lakhs package. At least we have to be showcase 2 to 3 years experience in Snowflake, and rest of his experience we can showcase whatever his domain. By saying I'm working in non-IT and my package is 20 lakhs, just now I completed my course in a KSR and give me 20 lakhs package also, no one will give you, right guys? So to gain that much package, we have to be satisfied the skill set also. Yeah. Sunil, you have any question here? Sai, Sunil.
No, Mahesh, only that the placement part, can you please little explain about the thing, like
Yeah.
how the
So placements, like we will take the session every alternate day. I only will handle Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. There is a placement cell session dedicatedly we will conduct. If anyone not getting calls, I will be there to help you, like how to get a calls. If anyone getting calls but not scheduling, we will take care. You are getting calls but still not able to crack the interview, still we are going to help you. Why? What will be the reason you are failing in the interviews? Resume building, your Naukri profile optimization and LinkedIn profile optimization, we will take care. And also we built recently a mock interview tool. I observed most of the students failing in interviews, even though they know the skills, they are failing into the express there because maybe tension. Here, tell me guys, in last 3 months or 4 months, how many people attended an interview? More than a year also. After 3 years, 4 years, when we are trying to attend an interview, because of nervousness also, we may fail in interview. So to reduce this nervousness, we built in a tool called mock interview tool with AI interview hub, and we are renaming as well. So this tool you can able to stimulate interview like how in a real interview will happen. Similar way, it will shoot the questions. It will shoot questions depends on your resume. It will shoot questions depends on the JD. It will shoot the question depends on the company as well. If you want, I will share that also how it works and all. Let me share my screen. Let me know once you are able to see my screen. Yeah, here it's there. So this can where we can just upload your resume. You are able to see, right, guys? This tool, team, anyone?
yeah, we
Yeah,
yes, yes, we can see your screen.
yeah. So you can simply upload your resume. If you want to analyze your resume, right? Already uploaded something. I will show you how it works. You can see the resume I uploaded. The JD I already given actually. So what are the skills you have, matching skills, what are mismatching skills, everything depends on the JD. If any skill gap analysis, it will give you the skill gap analysis. Depends on the JD. It will let you know about the resume preparation and structure, how it looks like. What are the good points? What are the overall score? It's from the resume verification point of view. We can say it's ATS score. Example, I'm saying you got an opportunity with the Infosys tomorrow in the next interview. You already got their JD. You can verify your resume and JD is matching or not, how much percentage is matching, if any topics need to be added. We can add and we can send the modified resume to them. Okay. This is from the resume point of view. After resume point of view, you are practicing on daily, but you don't want to take interview directly, just need to do some brainstorming. You can go here, multiple choice question, just to do a brainstorming. These kind of multiple choice, there is no in interest mostly, but just to do brainstorming. Example, we will go with our Snowflake. Anyone know a SQL here already?
Yeah,
Yeah. SQL, you know, right? Let me try this. I'm just giving randomly. You know this question's answer?
which of the following is not a valid aggregate function? Compute.
Compute. Okay. This one.
Primary key and a unique key. Primary key can store a null value, whereas unique key cannot store a null value. It can have only one primary key, which have multiple unique.
Do you have
Not be a
mock
date
interview as
variable.
well?
Yes,
Yes, yes, I
cannot
will
be.
show
I
you
think
open.
I think option
None of the
B.
above. But
I think primary key have one primary. We can have only one primary key data, while we have multiple unique.
Which one? A, B, C, D
Yeah,
you have?
B. I
B.
think B or D. I was
Okay,
thinking.
let's give
Yeah.
it a try. So
Yeah.
maybe I don't want to kill the time, so I'm just finishing here. You can try in a later. You have a free option only for a first three interviews. Let's be submit. Yeah, first answer correct. Yeah, that's good. Second answer also it's correct. You can see the total report as well here. Okay.
Mhm.
So you can see the total report. Okay. So once this interviews is done, we have a technical interview and manager interview, both options. So you can see the technical interview here. If you want to take your technical interview, click here. And example, I guess my team has tried with the Power Apps developer. Sorry. Could you please keep in mute, team? Yeah. So someone given already, my team is verifying with some Power Apps developer, and there is one project also they given. Let me just giving an overview how it works. Okay. Introduce yourself. Okay. It's asking like, you can see like it's asking like my introduction, like example, I want to introduction here, like I will start the recording. Hi, this is Mahesh. I have around 10 years of work experience as a data analyst. Currently, I'm working with the KSR Data Vision as a Power Apps developer. I'm good with the Power Apps, Power Automate, and Copilot Studio. You can see my voice is converting as a text. So if any corrections is there, maybe I can edit here. Once it's done, I just need to be submit. It will shoot the second question. Your company is migrating from an on-premises SQL scenario-based question. So you can see here. Describe the steps you would take to ensure data integrity and minimize downtime during the migration process. So focusing on how you would handle complex data transformations and dependencies. Okay. Once I'm done with this question, I can submit the interview. Sorry. Okay, let me complete. Yes. At least 2 questions it's asking. Okay. Yeah, so let me try this one. Hi, so just I finished this one and I'm submitting the answer. Okay. It will analyze the question there itself, and it will give the report as well. And this report also you can download your video so that you can able to do verification how you performed exactly. And later you can see the view report. You can see the answer. What I given, it's a correct answer. It's maybe giving the inputs also, how better you can able to make it. Okay. So this is for first question. The second question we'll see. I am not at all even answered. The correct answer will be this one. So it will stimulate when we are giving even JD and the company names, it will give the better prediction. We are predicting as of now at least 40 to 50% questions it's matching in the real interview. When you got a better JD, you will get a better questions here. And it will shoot the second question depends on your first answer. Okay. So I'm going to back to dashboard again, and it is a technical interview, and second one we have a behavioral interview there itself. And you don't want to take a complete interview within a resume based, just to do practice. You can go here. Interview practice will be depends on the topic. Anyone here with a different technology, guys? Anyone want to try just maybe mostly here mid-level? Any other topic anyone want to try?
Power BI.
Power BI. Okay. In Power BI, you want to make it any particular subtopic like a DAX?
Yep.
Okay. So you want to try easy, medium, or hard?
Yeah, in any.
Any. Okay. Let me try hard.
Yeah.
Same. It's again entry only, but only that particular point. Let me close this. Okay. Here it's just a practice, right? It will get we won't get a voice. It's directly in the as a text format. We are planning to make it this also as a voice based. But first, you want to give any answer? I will type here. I don't know these things.
Yeah, you let me go through the question. So you have a table
sure.
name sales with the column date. Yeah, product category. Got it. A sales amount and cost. Management want to analyze sales performance, focusing on profit margin trends. Okay. But specifically wants to exclude the impact of any promotional discounts. Specifically, they want to exclude promotional discounts that might be have skewed an average. You know that during promotional periods, the cost column is reduced to reflect the discounted cost of the product. Your task is to write a tax measure that calculates the average profit margin. So average profit margin, you have sales amount minus cost divided by sales amount for only the days. Okay, only the days without promotional discounts. Without promotional discounts, okay. Ignoring any promotional discount impact on profit margin calculation. Assume is any day where any product category has a cost that's less than 80% of the average cost across all days. So without promotional discounts, actually, we would like to create average. That's what I was understood, average profit margin, where we need to exclude the promotional discounts, ignoring any promotional discount impact on profit margin. Understood. Assume a promotional day is any day where any product category has a cost that's less than 80, any cost that is less than 80% of its average cost. I think the question actually, if anything product category has a cost that is less than 80% of its average cost, it means it is actually promotional cost, right? As per the question, that's what my understanding.
Okay, you can tell me. I will type here. I'm not aware actually.
Actually, the question actually to understand it is taking a lot more time.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
But
That's it's
writing,
for
yeah,
practice.
writing DAX is easy actually here. So my understanding actually within the data, if we want to create a flag, if we had the data where, so this
Okay.
promotional
Do one thing, sir.
discounts
Just
data
tell me
is
whatever
covered.
you want to type. I will type here. Just dictate me.
Okay. So in this case, actually, it's about sales amount minus cost divided by sales amount. So for that, actually, we need to first, we can use, to calculate average. So first thing we need to calculate is actually so one measure, that is sales amount minus cost. But that sum of sales amount is one measure and the sum of cost is one more measure, and we have to subtract it. So sales amount minus cost divide. So use divide function and then do sales amount minus cost, comma sales amount.
I'm just typing. It
But
will be wrong.
yeah.
Just let me
But
try.
without promotional discounts actually. So we need to identify a flag that is important here.
You
Yeah,
can
got
record
it.
answer
Just
also directly. I'm just giving.
okay. Yeah, understood.
Yeah. You can see the view report, whatever the question it's given. So maybe I given some topics, right? That's the reason it's given at least a 10 score. Maybe the wrong answer what I given. But because of the terms, right? The sales and cost, it's maybe given at least the 10%. The actual recommendation, what we can able to give it. And also it's given the feedback. The candidate answer is extremely weak and demonstrated fundamental lack of understanding of DAX index. Because I typed
So
whatever
it
you
will
said
give the
something, I'm not.
feedback. Yeah, it will give the feedback and as well as recommendations
The
also how
better
we
answer.
need to.
The best answer
Yeah,
what we
better
can give.
answer.
You can see the answer maybe what you thought it's a correct or wrong.
Yeah.
The reason
Nice, actually.
maybe
It's very
nowadays these kind
helpful.
of tools
Yeah.
already there in the market to cheat in interview. But my intention is not to cheat in interview, to predict and to practice better. Example, if it is an offline interview, how it works.
Yeah. Even if they cheat, actually after they'll catch, right?
Example, while
Once
I'm
they'll
discussing
get
with
into
you,
the
I got a call from
yeah.
my mentor, my partner. So when he was sharing with his one of the managers, he's saying like you are going to be cheat in interviews or something. But my intention it's not to cheat. We already making that one. I asked him to share with you.
Yeah.
No cheating, only prediction with the practice. Okay.
It's true. How? Yeah.
Yeah. Nowadays we have a tools to cheat in the interviews, but not to cheat. If it's an offline interview, how you can able to perform well?
That's true. Even after also in the work, how he can handle. Ultimately, one day he has to work, right? Practically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So our intention
So
to
yeah.
do perform better way.
Yeah. I have one. So what about the course fee?
Course fees will be it's a 40,000, but for one go you can able to make 35,000.
Okay, here actually I have one doubt whether I can ask here or not. I don't know. Just wanted to.
You can ask
I was
me.
already, I was already taken a course ADF. I'm a Power BI developer,
Okay.
so I took that course ADF.
In case, sir?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was in active. Currently, that batch was going on.
Okay. Got it.
Taking trainer Santosh actually.
Okay, got it.
So I was thinking like if I would like to switch, I would like to take this complete data engineering course. So would it be possible that I can switch and I can pay the remaining amount? Is there any
No,
chance?
that's not possible. We can make some reduction in the fees. It's not possible to switch the course now. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe to purchase this course, you will get some discounts, like because of the old students and some topics are common, right? So maybe we can get it. But
Mm-hmm.
switching the course is not possible. Switching a batch is possible. Example, you joined this batch, but due to some issues, you
Yeah.
are not able to continue. Next month or else after 2 months, you can change the batch, not the course.
Okay. Yeah. So
But
I
any of
my
our old students
yeah.
want to join another course, you will get some less amount than the compared to the regular fees.
That actually I was looking. So whom I would like to contact in that case?
Previously, with whom you continued, right? Maybe our team, so
Uh,
Mallika,
yeah. Someone actually called me. So when I approached
maybe
them,
you can see in the group
uh,
like who are admin, right? So maybe you can approach them
okay.
also, or else you can text me. I will give the proper contact to you. Anything is fine.
Yeah. Sure. Sure. May I know your name then?
Mahesh.
To Mahesh. Okay. I'll
Yeah.
get your number here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, double nine.
Okay. Yeah. Just a moment.
Yeah, sure. Let me text here. I have text here, Shiva.
Yeah. Thank you, Mahesh.
Mm.
Yeah. Let me
And
note
also
it.
we do have developed a portfolio also, but portfolio usually we are referring for the freshers. But if you have a time and even I can suggest you, you can also go with the portfolios building. That's also it's a free only. Let me share my screen again. I will show you a couple of portfolios how we develop. Uh, hope you are able to see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can.
It's just a drag and drop. We already built everything. Just they need to upload their photo. They need to give their GitHub link. They need to give the LinkedIn link and their self introduction, their skill set, what are the skills they have. This is for a data science, so we given in this way. And their project also. They have to be explain the project at least 15 minutes.
High and then nearly 48 million.
So because of this, they will get a confidence. To shoot this one, it will take at least 5 to 6 times for them. Because of the freshers, right? It may help them to clear in interviews, real interviews. But in your case, you want to share this portfolio link along with your resume. It may helps you to better to understand about you. And before the interview only, they will get a positive opinion on you. This portfolio making. Any questions in this, guys? This portfolio, also, if you have anything, you can ask me. So her course is not yet completed. Just 3 months it's done. Still 2 to 3 more months is it will take to finish her course. Okay. Yeah, guys, any questions here? Anyone? Amir, Amit, Philip?
Yeah, tomorrow onwards Python will start.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay, you can join and we'll share the link again. You can join in the group or else you can approach our team. They will help you with the tomorrow session link as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Then we'll meet tomorrow.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Mahesh. I think Satish, someone pinged me. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm talking to him.
Sure, sure. Thank you. Bye.